1970s gave us legendary rock anthems and blazing disco hits. But mixed in among those timeless melodies were songs that made people stop and wonder, what were they thinking when they wrote this? Love them or hate them, if you grew up in the 1970s, you can't forget them. Today, let's count down the 15 weirdest songs that kids of the 1970s still remember like it was yesterday, and see how many of them you can still sing along to. Before we begin, tell me this. Which song do you think absolutely has to be on the Terry Jacks?
Think of me and I'll be there. We had joy, we had fun.
In 1974, when American radio was filled with disco and rock, Terry Jacks brought something very different with the ballad Seasons in the Sun. The song tells the story of a man facing the end of his life, saying goodbye to his best friend, his father, and the wife he loves.
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun.
The song quickly climbed to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and topped charts around the world. Millions of records were sold, making it one of the most played songs of that year.
My feet back on the ground, goodbye Michelle, it's hard to die.
What made it strange was the cheerful, almost upbeat melody. People sang along at parties, in their cars, and at family gatherings, often without realizing they were singing a farewell from someone about to leave this world.
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun.
A song about death that somehow became a summer sing-along. Do you remember where you first heard this song? Share your memory in the comments below.
In the song, like the seasons have all gone, all our lives we had fun. Boogie that, boogie that, boogie that, boogie that.
Number 14, The Streak, Ray Stevens.
To be found, we'll be streaking it round, inviting public critique.
Also in 1974, America suddenly found itself in the middle of a bizarre craze known as streaking, running naked through public places. Ray Stevens quickly turned that cultural moment into a humorous song called The Streak.
Well, yes, they call him the streak. Like to turn you up.
The track was structured like a live news report, filled with sound effects and recurring characters. It shot all the way to #1 on the Billboard charts, becoming one of the biggest hits of the year.
He's always making the news, wearing just his tennis shoes. Guess you could call him unique.
What made it strange was how quickly the trend itself disappeared. The streaking craze faded almost overnight, but the song continued dominating the airwaves for months.
Who's that with? Ethel? Is that you, Ethel? Where do you think you're going?
It felt like a snapshot of one of the strangest moments in American culture, played over and over again like it was just another pop song. Do you remember seeing news stories about streaking back then? Share your memories in the comments.
Oh, yes, they call him the streak. Gonna find my baby, gonna hold her tight, gonna grab some.
Number 13, Afternoon Delight, Starland Vocal Band. When Afternoon Delight was released in 1976, its melody sounded cheerful, sweet, and completely harmless. The song climbed to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and even won a Grammy for Best New Artist. But if you listened closely, the lyrics were actually about daytime romance between two adults. The strange part was the contrast between the suggestive message and the wholesome presentation. The song played in grocery stores, at weddings, and on family television shows, often with kids sitting right there watching with their parents. In a way, the whole country seemed to agree to pretend no one really understood what the lyrics meant. When did you first realize what this song was actually about? Be honest.
She comes down from Yellow Mountain.
Number 12. Wildfire, Michael Martin Murphey.
And the pony she named Wildfire.
Released in 1975, Wildfire tells the haunting story of a horse and a girl who disappeared during a winter storm in the American West.
Busted down and starved in a blizzard.
The song reached number 3 on the Billboard charts and sold over 1 million copies. It carried an eerie, mysterious atmosphere, more like a ghost story than a typical country pop hit.
Ran calling Wildfire.
Murphy performed the song with complete seriousness. There was no hint of humor, which made the story feel even more powerful. Millions of Americans found themselves emotionally invested in the fate of a horse that might have existed only in legend. A ghost horse ballad that became one of the biggest songs of the year. If you've ever loved a pet and understood that feeling of loss, drop a heart below the video.
He was on his way home from Candletop. Been 2 weeks gone and he thought he'd stop.
Number 11. The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia, Vicki Lawrence.
That's the night that the lights went out in Georgia.
In 1973, Vicki Lawrence, best known as a comedian, released a dramatic murder ballad that surprised everyone.
Well, don't trust your soul to no backwoods southern law.
The song tells a story involving infidelity, a wrongful execution, and a shocking twist ending where the narrator is revealed to be the real killer. The track reached number 1 on the Billboard charts. People sang it at parties, in bars, and even at family gatherings.
But he went off to Andy's house, slipping through the backwoods quiet as a mouse.
A dark story about revenge and justice, presented as a catchy pop song. Do you remember hearing that twist for the first time? Comment Georgia if you do.
But don't trust your soul to no backwoods southern law.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Number 10. Kung Fu Fighting, Carl Douglas.
They were chopping them up, they were chopping them down.
Originally recorded as a simple B-side, Kung Fu Fighting unexpectedly became a global phenomenon in 1974. The song reached number 1 in multiple countries and sold over 11 million copies worldwide.
Those kids were fast as lightning.
Inspired by the martial arts movie craze of the time, the track repeated simple lyrics alongside sound effects mimicking kung fu moves. What made it strange was how such a simple novelty concept ended up dominating the music world for months.
He said, here comes the big boss. Let's get it on. We took the bow and made it.
A studio afterthought that became one of the most recognizable songs of the 1970s. Do you remember trying kung fu moves when you heard this song?
Keep on, keep on, keep on. When this old world gets me down and there's no love.
Number 9. Playground in My Mind, Clint Holmes.
Name is Michael. I got a nickel. I got a nickel.
In 1973, Playground in My Mind appeared on the radio with something listeners had never quite heard before. A child's voice repeating the line, "My name is Michael, I got a nickel."
I'm gonna buy me all kinds of candy. That's what I'm gonna.
The song climbed to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. It blended adult nostalgia with childhood innocence. But the strange part was how the child's voice kept interrupting the song, rather than staying in the background.
We're gonna let them visit their grandma. That's what we're.
Some people thought it was adorable. Others found it incredibly annoying. But whether you loved it or hated it, Everyone who lived through Number 8. Indiana Wants Me, Dean Taylor. Released in 1970, Indiana Wants Me tells the story from the perspective of a man on the run after committing murder. Police sirens echo throughout the song, creating tension like a crime movie.
It hurts to see the man that I've become.
The track reached number 5 on the Billboard charts, meaning millions of Americans were listening to a song from a fugitive's perspective.
Indiana wants me, but I can't go back there.
What made it strange was that it wasn't blues or country, it was mainstream pop. A song about a killer on the run, played between love songs on the radio. Do you remember hearing those sirens for the first time?
Indiana wants me, but I can't go back there.
Number 7. Timothy, The Buoys. In 1971, Timothy told the story of 3 men trapped inside a collapsed mine. When rescuers arrived, only 2 survived. Timothy was missing. The lyrics never directly explained what happened, but the implication was chilling. Despite that dark theme, the song still reached the top 20 on Billboard. Radio stations played it regularly, and many listeners never realized how disturbing the story really was. When did you first understand the meaning behind this song?
Muskrat, candlelight, doing
Number 6. Muskrat Love, Captain and Tennille.
like the heavens above. Looks like muskrat.
Released in 1976, Muskrat Love tells the romantic story of 2 muskrats named Susie and Sam. The song reached number 4 on the Billboard charts and was performed on major television shows. It even included squeaking sound effects meant to imitate the muskrats themselves.
Nibbling on bacon, chewing on cheese.
A love song, starring rodents. Some couples even slow danced to it at weddings. Strange? Absolutely. But that was the 1970s. If you ever slow danced to this song, drop a heart below.
Like the heavens above. Looks like muskrat.
I was tired of my lady. We'd been together too long.
Number 5. Escape, Rupert Holmes.
If you like Piña Coladas, getting caught in the rain.
In 1979, Rupert Holmes released a song about a man bored with his marriage who secretly answers a personal ad. When he finally meets the mysterious woman, he discovers it's actually his own wife, who had been looking for an affair as well.
I'm the love that you've looked for. Write to me and escape.
The song reached number 1 on Billboard and became a classic yacht rock hit. The strange part? A story about mutual cheating somehow became a romantic ending. A broken marriage wrapped inside a breezy tropical melody. Do you think it's romantic or a little troubling?
Yes, I like Piña Coladas. Getting caught in the rain.
Crossing the highway late last night, you should've looked left.
Number 4. Dead Skunk, Loudon Wainwright 3.
Go if on me, that ain't no rose. Roll up your window and hold your...
Released in 1972, Dead Skunk revolves around a single repeated line. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. That's basically the whole song. Yet it still reached the top 20 on Billboard.
Yeah, you got your dead cat and you got your dead dog. On a moonlight night, you got your dead...
The strange part wasn't hidden meaning or social commentary. It was simply a song about roadkill, becoming a national hit. Do you remember laughing the first time you heard that line?
Oh, you got pollution. It's dead.
that way. If Papa
Number 3. Shannon, Henry Gross. In 1976, Henry Gross released Shannon, a heartfelt tribute to a beloved dog who drowned. The song climbed to number 6 on the Billboard charts and became a staple on Top 40 radio. Gross performed it with complete sincerity. The strange part wasn't the topic. It was that a song mourning a pet competed directly with disco and rock hits. People even slow danced to it. If you've ever lost a pet and understood that feeling, share your story below. Number 2. Feelings, Morris Albert. Feelings. Nothing more than feelings. Released in 1974, the song became a worldwide hit and reached the top 10 in the United States. It was recorded by countless artists, from Frank Sinatra to Ella Fitzgerald. What made it strange was how people both loved it and mocked it at the same time.
I wish I'd never met you, girl.
It became the ultimate symbol of emotional ballads, sometimes sincere, sometimes parodied. Love it or hate it, nobody forgot it. Are you on Team Love or Team Hate? Number 1. Convoy, Clyde Walter McCall. In 1976, Convoy told the story of a massive convoy of truck drivers communicating through CB radio slang. The song stayed at number 1 on the Billboard chart for 6 weeks and sold millions of copies. It was almost more of a spoken story than a traditional song, filled with slang like smoky and rubber duck.
But that evil smile from dirty old Lyle shows south from the North Texas shore.
The strange part was how millions of Americans started learning trucker slang, even though most had never driven an 18-wheeler. A trucking story that became a nationwide cultural anthem. Do you remember when CB radios were everywhere? Share your memories below. The 1970s truly were a time when music had no limits. Some songs make us laugh when we hear them again today. Others send a chill down our spine once we understand the lyrics. But no matter how strange they may seem now, they were part of our youth, part of the car radio, the high school prom, and those summers that can never come back. And maybe that's what really matters most. If this list made you smile or brought back a special memory, be sure to hit the like button and share the song you remember most in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe so we can keep traveling back together to those unforgettable years.